Some people call it cake, some people call it brownies. I just call it good. Today, I'm making Mississippi mud. It's really easy to put together. You may even have everything in your cabinet all ready to make it. Hi, my name is Laura, and I hope you'll make yourself at home while I make some Mississippi mud. Here are all the ingredients that I'm going to need for my Mississippi mud cake. I've got some sugar and flour, some butter, eggs, cocoa, and salt. And then I've got some heavy cream, vanilla, powdered sugar, and marshmallows. These are going to be for my icing. So the rest of this will be for the cake portion. This is for the icing. So let's get started. The first thing I need to do is get my cake batter mixed together and get that in the oven baking. And the first thing I'm going to do for that is take 2 sticks of butter and get those melted in the microwave. Once the butter is melted, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of cocoa to this, and I'm going to whisk it until it is mixed in thoroughly. You see, I have my little sous chef in the kitchen with me this particular day, and she is eager to take on this task of whisking. This particular recipe calls itself a cake, but in my opinion, it kind of falls somewhere between a cake and a brownie in the texture that you get in the finished product. Once my cocoa is thoroughly whisked into the melted butter, I'm then going to add my sugar next, and it takes 2 cups of granulated sugar. Next, I'm going to add my eggs, and this takes 4 eggs, and it's best if the eggs are at room temperature when you add these to the mix. And as you see here, I'm going to crack each egg one at a time in this small bowl just to make sure I don't get any shells. After I get those eggs added in, it's time to whisk everything together again. And you could always do this with a hand mixer or stand mixer if you prefer. I just chose to do this since my daughter had asked to help. I knew she could get in on more of the action this way, so that's really the only reason I'm doing this by hand on this particular day. I'm going to leave this recipe in the description below if you think you might be interested in trying this out. You can check it out there. Once I get this mixed together, I'm going to add the remaining ingredients for my cake. And that includes 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1.5 cups of flour. There is one more ingredient that is optional to Mississippi mud, and that is chopped nuts. So you could add 1.5 cups of chopped pecans into your cake mix at this point, or you could hold off and add it in when you ice your Mississippi mud cake. So you could add it at either point. I am not the biggest fan of nuts in a cake or brownie. I love nuts, I love pecans, but just don't really care for them in something like this. So I chose not to add that, but you could definitely add them at this point if that's something that you would prefer. Okay, this has not really taken me that long, even though I'm doing it by hand. I'm in the home stretch and getting everything mixed and fully incorporated. And now I am ready to transfer this to a baking dish. I'm just using a 9 by 13 Pyrex baking dish that I've sprayed pretty generously with some non-stick cooking spray. And so I just get this transferred into that and ready to bake. This needs to bake on 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Now you'll see in just a minute that I set my timer for 25 minutes, but it needed just a few extra minutes. So this did bake for 30 minutes. Now let's get to work on the icing. I want this icing ready when the cake comes out of the oven. So I'm gonna get started on that now. And I'm gonna take 1 stick of softened butter. To that, I'm gonna add 1/3 cup of cocoa and 3 3/4 cup powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and a 1/2 cup of dairy. Now, the recipe actually calls for milk, but I was wanting to use some cream, so I used a 1/4 cup of heavy cream and a 1/4 cup of milk in my mixture, but it's 1/2 cup total of whatever dairy you choose to use. This is everything I need for the icing, so now it's time to just get this mixed up. I just want to make sure that I don't have any lumps from the cocoa or powdered sugar or anything like that. Just making sure everything is nice and smooth, and once that is, I just set this aside and wait on my cake. Now, if you would like the nuts in your icing, this would be the time to chop up your nuts. I would just chop the nuts and set those to the side for the moment. So after 30 minutes of baking, I pull the cake out and I immediately add a 10-ounce bag of marshmallows to the top of this. And then just take your fingertips and just gently spread them around. Now, obviously, the heat from the cake is going to begin to melt the marshmallows a little bit. That's exactly what we're going for here. Now, if you are adding the chopped nuts to your icing, this is where I would add them. I would sprinkle them evenly on top of the marshmallows at this point. But then you add your icing, and you see here, I am just adding it just kind of in dollops all around because I'm wanting the heat from the cake to begin to melt the icing. So I just kind of evenly disperse it, and I'll let it sit there for a couple minutes to get a little softer and a little easier to spread. Now, the good news is that this is not supposed to look perfect. In fact, it's supposed to have the bumpy look from the marshmallows, and then if you add the nuts from those as well. But it's supposed to resemble the Mississippi River Delta, and that is how this actually got its name, as you would guess now. But you just spread the icing as best you can, and then you have that bumpy, really kind of like a rocky road look. And that is your Mississippi mud. Now, this is best if you have a few hours to let this set up and cool off. But once you do, it's time to cut into it, and oh my, this is so good. I hope if you've never had this that you'll give it a try. It's so delicious. Thank you so much for being with me. I hope you're having a great day.